Aaron Judge is one of the most terrifying players in all of baseball at 6'7", but today I'm making him the smallest player in baseball and resetting him to 0 overall. My goal is to get him back to his normal height, to get him up to 99 overall, and to win the Yankees a World Series, but the only way to improve Aaron Judge is by spinning this magic wheel. Tiny Aaron Judge looks absolutely hilarious, and I do not know how he's gonna get a hit at 5'1" and 0 overall, but that one almost dropped. His strike zone is so small compared to what it normally is, and maybe later on that could be an advantage for him as we're able to win this first game. My biggest fear is getting stuck at 0 overall because we're not allowed to spin the wheel until we reach base for the first time, and early on, zero vision is making this so weird, but thankfully we're able to sneak this one through the infield. That is such a huge relief because now we're going to spin the magic wheel, which could do wonders for Aaron Judge, and this is one of the best upgrades we could have gotten that I'm undoubtedly putting into contact versus right. That is already going to get Aaron up to 14 overall, so I feel so much better about completing this challenge because contact is such an important upgrade, and even though it's not showing results early on, at least we're putting the ball in play. This is our last chance to earn another upgrade against the Astros, and that was a good pitch, but we're gonna keep it on the ground and go hitless once again. This is a huge bases loaded opportunity against Arizona, but unfortunately Aaron Judge popped it up. We have played 7 games so far with tiny Aaron Judge, but he only has 1 hit, which is a huge problem because I'm not allowed to turn the Yankees back into a World Series team until Judge gets to 99 overall, so thankfully he's gonna get on base. Because I have absolutely no power stats whatsoever, I've only been contact swinging, and it's definitely been working better as this one drops in for a multi-hit performance. Remember to like and subscribe if you're enjoying because I love making this type of content, and it should get even better because we have another wheel spin that's going to increase Judge's height by an inch. Unfortunately though, that's probably the worst upgrade on the whole wheel because it does nothing for Judge's overall, so he's still really bad. We're consistently making contact, but it's not turning into any hits, and our bad performance has the Yankees in last place. So we have to get back on track against the division-leading Blue Jays, but that's going to be easier said than done with zero vision, and I wish that stayed fair. That is another loss to Toronto, and we are never going to complete this challenge with Aaron Judge hitting only 111. Tiny Aaron Judge is off to the worst possible start, and that was a pitch to hit, but we popped it up. It has been over 2 series since the last time we got a hit, but maybe this can be another one as Tim Anderson chases it down, and it's going to be a tough throw that we're not able to beat out. My best chance to get another base hit is to just leave it on the ground, but that time was a little different as we're going the other way. This means we're finally getting another wheel spin, and this one's very important, so it is huge that we got plus 10 to all hitting to get Judge up to 21 overall. This is one of the dumbest challenges I've ever done because Aaron Judge looks like a little leaguer, but at least we just got some new upgrades, and that's going to help us hit this one out of the infield. That was definitely the best looking hit we've seen from Judge so far, and he's rewarded by hitting the jackpot with plus 100 points, which is going to get him up to 36 overall. We are finally gaining momentum with Aaron Judge, who now has 60 power, which will immediately show up against Toronto. So even though he's 5'2" with 0 speed, it does not matter because all these hitting upgrades are going to get him more wheel spins as there's our first home run of the video. I honestly had my doubts about completing this challenge, but the very rare plus 100 from the wheel saved us, and after that 3 for 3 day, we are already earning another spin, so I think it's finally time to give Aaron Judge some speed. Now we're only a few games out of 3rd place in a very competitive division, and we can't even beat Oakland. I was really hopeful we could build off the momentum of our first home run, and even though Judge's clutch rating is only 10, Peralta left this one right over the middle, and it's going over the fence. That is a 3-run dinger for 5'2" Aaron Judge, and for the first time of this entire video, he has single-handedly got the Yankees a win. Another home run earns Judge another wheel spin, and since I just brought up his low batting clutch, why not put this plus 50 into that to get him up to 42 overall? Tiny Aaron Judge is going to carry the Yankees to a World Series win as he gets another hit, so once again, he's going to earn a spin from the wheel, which gives him a much-needed power boost. The Yankees have gotten back up to 3rd place in their division, but they're taking on the 2nd place Orioles, and Aaron Judge is trying to keep us alive in the 9th inning as we're down 1 run, but he strikes out swinging. Another loss put us back below Tampa Bay, so now we're just trying to avoid getting swept, and Judge has no power against lefties. It felt like the Yankees were gaining some momentum, but the Orioles slammed the door on them, and it's very weird that Judge's struggles have continued after improving his stats, but this is gonna help. If we're gonna save our season, our star player needs to be better than 46 overall, and I'm having a really hard time deciding what stat to put this upgrade into, but we desperately need a vision upgrade. After that, we can celebrate because Judge is no longer the worst player in the organization, and I know a lot of you probably think I should have put that boost into contact versus left, but I was starting to lose my mind with 30 vision. It turns out that was the right upgrade to get because this is a 2-hit performance against the Houston Astros, and even though they blew us out in this game, I will happily take a wheel spin over a win at this point in the video because Judge is rapidly improving. It is finally time to move him back up to number 3 in the lineup because right now we are the 4th worst team in the American League. We desperately need to beat Tampa Bay if we want to make the playoffs because they're ahead of us us in the division, and even though Aaron Judge just secured his second hit of the game, it's going to be very hard for him to put the team on his back at 5'2". That loss is going to put us 8 games out of the lead, and I'm disappointed because I thought even without prime Aaron Judge, they could hold themselves together. So now there's more pressure to get Judge back to 99 overall, and this big upgrade will definitely help. It's very frustrating that Judge is only hitting 183 on the season, but here's an RBI single against Minnesota, so we're actually managing to beat a playoff team, as this one can't stay fair. That was nearly an RBI double that would have helped us pull away in this game, but instead we blew it against Minnesota. Judge's stats are improving, but apparently not fast enough, so I'm very thankful we got another plus 50 for his hitting stats, as he jumps up to a very nice 69 overall. Hopefully 69 can be the magic number for Judge, whose season is not off to a good start, and it's definitely funny that we've only gotten one height upgrade so far, as he's 5'2" with a lot of power. The Yankees could not take advantage of Judge's early single, so he's gonna take care of business on his own, and that was New York's first run of the game, but unfortunately, Judge missed an opportunity to score more with the bases loaded. That loss really hurt, but at least he did enough to earn another wheel spin, and we're 2 inches closer to getting him back to 6-7. We're in the 6th inning against San Diego, and Judge is gonna get one to drive at 5'4", going back to left center field for a big home run. Unfortunately though, that was the only run of the game for New York, so it really feels like this team loses every time Judge performs, but at least he's gonna cash in with a huge wheel spin, which gets him all the way up to 77 overall. Since I include speed as a fielding upgrade in this challenge, Aaron Judge is faster than ever, and I'm already testing this 80 speed rating, looking for extra bases, and I'm gonna slide in for a double. Obviously, I was not sure if Aaron was gonna get back to 99 overall, but now that he has much better hitting stats, everything has changed, and that is another home run off the wall. Thankfully, New York wasn't gonna waste this home run, and Judge just continues to earn upgrades, as we're putting 20 points into his power versus lefties. He is officially 80 overall, despite only being 5'4", so even though the Yankees are still losing more games than they're winning, I have a weird optimism as Judge gets a hold of this one, but it stays in the yard. Up 1 in the 9th inning, this could become the first game in a while where Judge doesn't earn a spin, but a single loads the bases, and New York was able to pick up a win. Usually in these 0 overall videos, I make it harder to earn spins over time, but this video is definitely harder because I also have to get Judge to 6'7", so I'm gonna take any upgrades that I can get. We haven't gotten any more height upgrades, but 85 overall is definitely encouraging, especially because his stats are slowly improving. This is a huge test against a playoff team in Minnesota, and Judge is gonna single. So to my surprise, the Yankees are actually leading 3-2 in this one, and Aaron Judge is saying goodbye to that baseball for another 2 runs. There was no doubt about that one, as 5'4" Aaron Judge watched it go, and that 458-foot blast gave New York the win, along with another upgrade for bobblehead Aaron Judge, and you know he's really gonna enjoy that 6 inches. I'm sure that all of baseball is confused why Aaron Judge hit a growth spurt overnight, especially because just a few months ago, he shrunk all the way down to 5'1". This one's hit well into center field, but it's not far enough. The Yankees trail by 1 with a runner on third, so Judge's first hit of the day has a chance to be a big one, and he's gonna go the other way, finding the gap in right center to extend his hit streak to 10 games. New York earned a very important win against LA, and don't look now, but they're 3 games under 500. Suddenly, the wildcard game is a much more realistic possibility, especially if Judge can cash in on another wheel spin, and once again, he hit the jackpot to get all the way up to 94 overall. We may not make the playoffs this season, but next year should be very different with 99 overall Aaron Judge, as he couldn't get that one to drop, and the Red Sox broke the tie, but he ended the game with a hit. It is the end of June, and the trade deadline's on July 31st, and we are so close to getting Aaron Judge back to normal size, which of course would allow us to make some roster moves. However, our very tough division is not going to make this easy, but Judge's speed put us up 1 against Baltimore. Unfortunately though, that lead did not last long, but Aaron Judge got a hold of this one with 2 runners on base, sending it back into left center field where it is clearly not far enough. Then the Orioles went on to extend their lead, and Judge didn't earn an upgrade. We're rocking a 6-game win streak, so the playoffs are out of the question, so I'm starting to doubt if we can win a World Series next season, but as long as we have Aaron Judge, I think we have a good shot. Just like we've seen all season long though, the Yankees are wasting Aaron Judge's good performances, but at least we earned a wheel spin from this loss, and at 94 overall, there's no question this will get us the rest of the way, as Aaron Judge is back to 99 overall. This is the first step, and now we just need to hope that the wheel lands on one of the height upgrades, as Judge is gonna drive in a run against the Mets. We're tied up in the 7th inning, but Judge is looking for revenge, driving this one through the infield, and that's gonna bring in the go-ahead runs to help New York snap their losing streak, and earn Judge another wheel spin, which lands on plus 10. This is usually one of the best upgrades on the entire wheel, but since he's already 99 overall, we need him to get back to 6-7 to complete the challenge. Even with Judge becoming an absolute beast, the Yankees still have a losing record, so there's no way we can win them a World Series without getting new players. I am very surprised that they have the lead against the Blue Jays, but they need some runs because that's quick quickly disappearing, so thankfully Judge scored after reaching base to secure them a win. All we can do is spin this wheel and hope that it lands on a good height upgrade, and there it is. We're finally gonna get Aaron Judge back up to 6-7. Of course, that also means that I'm allowed to save this last place team, and I'm definitely gonna start by fixing up this pitching rotation. I don't know how I missed that Garrett Cole was at AAA, but I really need to fix that, and I'm also gonna make this big deal for Camilo Doval from the Giants. Looking forward to next season, I want to trade Gleyber Torres, and just to show how bad this game's trade logic is, if I throw in a deep potential prospect, I can get Nolan Gorman. This is a huge matchup against the division-leading Toronto Blue Jays, and Judge is gonna get a board on his first at-bat of the game. And New York struck first, but Toronto came back to take the lead as Judge pops out, so it's definitely not good that Judge and the rest of our offense has gone cold in this one. That was not a good game to lose, because even one bad game could destroy all of our momentum going into this series against the defending champs where Judge doubles off the wall. Beating Texas would be a huge confidence booster, and Aaron Judge is doing everything that he can to make that happen, launching a no-doubter into right center field. That is exactly how to rebound from a loss, and now the Yankees are on pace to make the playoffs. Getting Aaron Judge back up to 99 overall was the clear turnaround for this team, so now the Yankees are going all in on a World Series run, and Judge just opened up this game with a dinger. So far, that is the only run that's been scored by either side, and now Judge is gonna line this one the other way, going all the way back to the wall for an easy double that gets runners at 2 and 3. Unfortunately though, that was not enough for the Yankees to extend their lead as both runners got stranded, but that is not going to stop Aaron Judge, who just got his third hit of the day. Then after that, Juan Soto homered to secure the win, and suddenly New York can win this division. Just a month ago, Aaron Judge had a 650 OPS, and that is already up to 822, and there's still over half of the month for this team to do more damage, and Judge is going the other way, a little late on this one, but of course, it does not matter. Another win could put us in the lead for the AL East, and Aaron Judge is going to break this tie, driving in 2 runs up the middle. New York has only lost 1 game in September, so the winner of this series against Baltimore will likely win the whole division, and Aaron Judge is not messing around. Just a side note, you cannot edit real players in this game, so the reason Judge's face looks so weird is because I had to make him and create a player. Unfortunately though, that home run did not stop Baltimore from getting out to a big lead, so things are not looking good for the Yankees, who are going to lose this game, along with the chance to win their division. We are in the playoffs after a terrible start to the year, and I cannot believe it, especially because Judge started at 0 overall, and we're up 3-0 in the wild card game against Houston, and Aaron Judge is going the other way to definitely add to that. What a great start to the playoffs for the Yankees, and Judge is going to add his 3rd hit of the day to a massive Game 1 win. We just need one more win, which we're gonna get. So now in the ALDS, we're up against Jacob deGrom and the Texas Rangers, where Judge is going the other way on his first at-bat, and it doesn't stay fair. That could have been a huge start in Game 1, and there's a full count as Aaron Judge is going to let this one fly deep into right center field. It has a chance, and it is over the wall for a 2-run shot. That was a huge start, but we definitely have a good matchup on our hands because Texas tied it right back up, and the Rangers would even pull ahead in the 8th inning as Judge collects his 3rd hit of the game, which fortunately set up a game-winning home run. We have not lost a playoff game yet, and Aaron Judge is not trying to start now, giving this one a drive deep into right center field, and even though he got slightly underneath it, 99 power is going to do wonders. Playoff Aaron has put this offense on his back, and he's showing no signs of stopping, hitting another double into right center field, as New York is going to win this game in dominant fashion, but Aaron is going for playoff MVP. If we can win this game, we'll punch our ticket to the ALCS to get revenge against Baltimore, and this is an absolute moonshot. In the end, we absolutely embarrassed the defending champs with a sweep, and we're moving on to the championship series. It is time for us to get revenge against Baltimore because they won our division this year, and knocking them out of the playoffs would feel amazing, but this one's tied up in the 6th inning. Unfortunately though, a solo shot would make this a 1-0 game, so Aaron Judge needs to help us rally, but it's not gonna happen, and we finally lost our first playoff game. Our offense needs to wake up in game number 2 as we're down 1-0, but not for long because Judge is going deep to center field. That is already his 5th playoff home run, so it's gonna tie this game up going into the 8th inning, where Judge unfortunately couldn't come through as we lost again. Now we're in danger of being swept as we're down 2-0 in the series, and Judge is gonna line this one into right field where the outfielder cannot get to it, so this turns into an RBI triple. We're in a very good spot to finally win a game in this series. That one sounded good off the bat, and it's definitely going over the fence for a 2-run shot. That was the offensive explosion we've been waiting for, so hopefully it continues into game 4, which we're gonna win. We have tied the series up, which makes this a whole lot more interesting, especially because Judge is gonna double the other way, sending it back to right field, where it's gonna bounce off the wall and get runners at 2 and 3. Corbin Burns shut us out in game number 1, but he is off to a terrible start in this one, as we have scored 5 runs, and the Yankees have come back to take the series lead. To make things worse for Baltimore, we have Garrett Cole on the mound for game 6, and we are going to the World Series. We have a 4-3 lead in game number 1 of the World Series, and Wheeler just left an absolute absolute meatball over the plate for Judge, which he's going to take advantage of for an RBI. However, to my surprise, Philadelphia would rally back with 3 runs to take the lead, but here's an Aaron Judge double in the top of the 9th. But unfortunately, we lost because our team couldn't score us. We definitely need game number 2 to go better because I don't want a repeat of the ALCS. But once again though, the Phillies will not go away even though Judge has 2 hits. Thankfully though, our offense finally woke up and Aaron Judge with the bases loaded is going to score 2 more runs to tie the World Series up at 1 apiece. Hopefully the offense can build off the momentum last game. Aaron Judge is certainly going to help, launching this dinger into center field. Then just like we asked for, we got some run support and this one's hit pretty well in the right field, carrying all the way back for another home run. That is 2 dingers on the game for Aaron Judge in another Yankees win. It feels like we have completely shut down Philadelphia, and now we are just 1 win away from the World Series. Aaron Judge, are you kidding me? Watching this one go all the way into right center field. Home run number 9 of the postseason. What a way to open what could be the final game of this challenge, but it's only 2-0, so it's way too early to tell, and Judge is going to pop up another potential home run ball. Luckily for us though, Garrett Cole has pitched an absolute gem today, and Aaron Judge is going yard to end this challenge strong, as I turned him into a tiny 0 overall player to get him back to 99 overall and 6-7, and of course, win the New York Yankees a World Series.